Hello again, Mike Fratelloni here. It's for our blog. I'm here with my daughter Adelaide. She's 2, and I'm with Leslie, our garden center district manager. She takes care of all of our garden centers, and we want to talk about a brand new rose called the Como Park.
Yes, beautiful red rose. It is planted at Como Park. It's been in for several years now. It's a new introduction for 2010. One of the unique characteristics about it is, as a hardy shrub rose, it's actually very fragrant. Also, you'll notice the foliage is very clean. Very little, if any, black spot. We had it towards the end of last year. Never had any black spots show up. So it's insect and disease resistant, and just a beautiful rose.
Okay, so it's not just called Como Park, meaning Como Park, California, right?
It's Como Park, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Como Park, St. Paul, Minnesota. So if you live in Roseville, if you live in Falcon Heights, if you live in Como, you probably want to plant the Como Park rose, because I just think that's really cool.
It is.
I mean, not every community has a rose named after them.
No, they don't.
Right, so this rose, it comes in what? Is that a 2-gallon container?
It is.
And it's about $25.
Right.
And it says guaranteed 2 years. What does that mean?
That's the Easy Elegance Guarantee. It's a line of roses developed from Bailey's Nursery, and just to encourage people that, yeah, there are roses out here that are low maintenance. You don't have to tip them and mess with them. And
okay, so let's say tipping. When you mean tipping, you mean at the end of the season, I don't have to dig a trench next to my rose,
right.
Tip it over.
And this rose, you don't have to do anything.
Cut it back?
We recommend mulching the first year in particular, just because it's a newly planted specimen. But I usually cut my roses back in the spring, because sometimes there's a little bit of dieback, winter dieback on the tips. If I did my pruning in the fall, the winter dieback could make it so that in the spring I'd have to cut more off.
Okay.
So that's just my personal preference. I do my rose pruning in the early spring, just before they leaf out.
Well, if you do it, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So we have a lot of these. There is a limited quantity of Como Park roses. Bailey doesn't have 85 million of these.
No.
So we have a bunch now.
We do.
And this isn't one of those things where I say, oh, you better hurry in to get them. Because that's not the way we roll, but
right.
There is going to be a point in some point in this season where we do not have any more.
Right now, all of the garden centers do have them.
Okay.
Yep.
All of Fratelloni's garden centers,
yes.
yeah. Not any. We don't care if other garden centers have it. So we have it, and we have a decent amount of them, and we will have it for a long time, but we won't have it forever. Is that right? Say yeah. Say yeah. She is all she does is talk normally 90% of the time, and now she says nothing. Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? Okay, everybody, thank you so much. We'll talk to you later, and come on in and get your Easy Elegance Como Park rose.